Good morning, everyone. This is Matt Tour with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Thank you for attending today's webinar. We're going to be discussing a couple of very competitive plans through National Western Life. We'll be discussing the Ultra Classic and Ultra Future annuities. They've been in the market here for a couple of years, and they've been very successful with those two products. And one has a very high bonus rate, and the other one has a high compensation. So a nice combination of two products there. And they've got very competitive rates on those contracts right now. We'll be discussing those rates here shortly. I know that IAMS continues to offer really solid new producer bonus program. You can earn different incentives based on different levels of production. We've got a $100,000 production level, a $300,000 production level. We also have a $500,000 production level. You can qualify for cash. You can qualify for a couple different seminar programs. We've got a Ritz-Carlton weekend getaway package. We also have a marketing money reimbursement program available based on this Fast Start program. You've also got a iPad you can choose, or a 2-year subscription to a website and newsletter service. So really a lot of good options there. It helps you get some advancement on your company production here at the beginning of 2017. So should be a good way to get things going here. I know we've got a really good creative solutions team here in the office. They can help you out with marketing based on logos, branding your business. Maybe you want to do a radio advertisement. Maybe you want to expand in your online presence. Maybe you want to develop a website, or maybe do some marketing via social media. I know we've got a couple really bright individuals with Josh and Adam in that department. If that's something you have some interest in, be sure to contact one of the two of them in the creative solutions team. Either one of them can help you with the advancement of your marketing scheme, and they can even help you with television advertising. I know we've got and a couple of individuals have used some televised ads, had some decent response on those. So that's something for a little higher end advertising. So that's something you have some interest in. Definitely contact either Josh or Adam on that end. And then if you do want to revamp your company logo, or maybe create some different images based on your envelopes, your letterhead, your business cards, they'd be more than willing to help you out with that situation there. So make sure you take full advantage of that situation. We've also got our 2-day training. I know we do about 4 of these a year. We'll probably do about 3 of these in 2017. What we do is we go to an off-site location. Typically it's going to be in Des Moines. We fly you into a 2.5-day meeting. You stay at a nice hotel. We had the meeting typically at one of the home offices. It's about a 2.5-day meeting itself. We go over different sales ideas, both on annuities and life insurance. We bring in some really good speakers. We bring in a couple of our bigger producing agents. They'll go over some of the things they use in the field to get in front of more clients, and then what they do to close those clients. Really a good program to take advantage of. I know there's very few companies out there right now spending the kind of money that it takes to bring you in from the field, bring you into a meeting such as this, pay for your meals, pay for your lodging, pay for your transportation. We take care of everything, and really a good way to get your 2017 kicked off. Probably do our first meeting sometime in May this year. We're kind of delaying things at the beginning of the year due to the DOL legislation. Of course, we're waiting to see what's going to happen with that once Trump gets into office. We're kind of planning on a little bit of a delay on that legislation taking place, anywhere between 6 months to 2 years. We're thinking that they'll be delaying it, and then we'll have to see if they actually end up putting the kibosh on it. We'll have to see how all that plays out in the next couple of years. We'll also be discussing some software programs that we'll be going over based on what's available to you in the field. Maybe you want to do some income rider comparisons, or maybe you want to look at a complete overview of your client's current financials. We got some really good software to take advantage of that. Really some good things you can take advantage of in the field with some of the material that you'll pick up at the meeting itself. And of course, having agents from all over the country, you get to meet some other top producing agents, maybe pick up some ideas of what they're using in the field. And of course, picking up some other information based on the strategies that are very successful in the last couple of years based on returns. We'll be discussing that. Of course, with higher interest rates, we're starting to see some of the multi-year rate guarantee rates go up. We're also seeing some of the cap rates and participation rates go up. So really a nice combination. If you do want to attend one of our meetings and you have some information and seeing some additional information, I just mark off yes on this survey. We'd be glad to get you on board for one of those meetings themselves. I'm going to go ahead and close this survey up in about 20 seconds. But we typically bring in about 35 to 45 agents to these meetings. And as I mentioned, the agents are from all over the country. So we have West Coast, East Coast, North, South. All the different parts of the United States are being represented. And we typically have it in the Midwest, either going to be in Omaha, Des Moines, possibly Kansas City. Good central location, that way it's easy to get to. And you can either drive or fly, depending on your situation. But really a nice program to take advantage of. I know that we do have a really nice boost in production from the agents that do attend these meetings, so definitely worth your time based on that. If you'd like to get contracted with National Western Life after our presentation this morning, or maybe you want to get hooked up with one of our other carriers, we've got a really good paperless link on our website. You can go into that link. You can pick the companies that you would like to get licensed with. And really a nice program we've got to get licensed with multiple companies at one time. That way you are not going to be having to fill out multiple sets of paperwork to get licensed with different carriers. So do keep that in mind based on the paperless contract that will be available to you via IAMS. And if you have not been to our website, www.iamsinc.com, great location to go to pick up some really valuable quoting systems. We have a term quotation device. We've got different forms you can pick up online. We've got the different links you can go on to, maybe for some of the home office sites. Maybe you want to look at a AM Best report on a specific company. Maybe you want to pick up some details regarding some tax information. And really good time of year, of course, to do that is the first part of each year based on the taxation deadline. But really, now's the time to get on and take a look at some of these things we're offering. We're just putting together our next trip and trying to get everything figured on that end. That qualification did start the middle of 2016. It will run to the end of 2017. We're just trying to finalize the location on that and finalize the actual amount it's going to take to qualify. So we should have an announcement on that here pretty quick. And then, of course, if you need any supplies to write business, those are available on our site. If you want to do a quote on a term insurance quote for a client, you can do that on our site. If you want to do a universal life quote, you can get that done. So really a lot of things you can do on our site. You can request quotes based on annuities, based on life insurance. You get all that done right on our website. So we also have our grids. If you want to look up the best 5-year interest rate on a fixed rate guarantee, we've got a grid that shows you that. If you want to look at the best 10-year rate, maybe you want to look at a little bit longer rate guarantee, we also do have that available, so do keep that in mind. We've got our referred producer program and marketing reimbursement programs going into 2017. You can refer agents to IAMS. We'll go ahead and pay you out a little bonus for the referral. You also receive an override based on the production that is written by that agent. We also have our marketing reimbursement program. We reimburse you $200 for every $100,000 of index annuity premium due through our core companies. Good way for you to build up a nice account you can use for advertising purposes. Really a nice feature we offer through the company here. Once again, we'll begin discussing the Ultra Classic and Ultra Future contracts through National Western Life. And I know that the Ultra Classic is a really good contract to go with if you're looking for liquidity. You can take a look at some of the handcuffs in the industry right now based on some of the different income riders being offered, the suitability questionnaires that are being utilized at this time with different carriers. They really put a handcuff on what you can get done on your end as an agent and what your clients can take advantage of based on some of their circumstances in the marketplace right now. So really a different market even from 2 years ago. It's much different today than it was 2 years ago based on suitability requirements. These income riders, they've been in the marketplace for about 7-8 years. Clients have had products for 7-8 years. They've built up some pretty decent account values on those income riders. It's really difficult to move some of those contracts based on suitability. So it's a situation where you really need to find a good bonus rate to help offset some of the money being lost when the money's moved. So really a key environment we're looking at right now. Again, the Ultra Classic, you've got a great program. It's got great liquidity. You got the principal protection. You got some great unlimited upside potential. No chances of loss on this contract. You got the penalty-free withdrawals available in the second year. You got RMDs available in the first year. You got some really good low-cost income riders available, and really a strong company that you've got with National Western Life. Right now, if you take a look at the strategies being offered by the Ultra Classic, it's got a S&P linked strategies. You've got a monthly cap right now at 2.25. You have a monthly averaging strategy with a 90% participation rate. No cap, no fees on that. Again, that rate's at 90%. And then we've got the Ultra Future, which is a 9% bonus contract. The current fixed rate on that is at 2.2. It has a monthly cap at 1.5. And then that strategy also has a monthly averaging participation rate at 70%. And then it has a 0.55 fee on that. So pretty good combination. And the fixed rate on the Ultra Classic right now is at 3.10. So that's really a strong fixed rate. Again, the Ultra Classic is the plan that has a 10% commission, no bonus. The Ultra Future has a 9% bonus with a 5% commission up to age 75. So do keep those numbers in mind. A couple different contracts there. Ultra Classic, as I mentioned, has great liquidity options. You got a 50% cumulative free withdrawal option. You got a 60% policy loan. You got a 75% liquidity based on medical stay. It's got 100% for terminal illness and death benefit. And this plan also has a double indemnity accidental death benefit. It's the only plan I'm aware of in the market right now that does this. So if a client dies in an accident, they've got $100,000 in their account. National Western Life will actually pay $200,000 to the beneficiaries. So fantastic combination there based on that situation. That 50% free withdrawal, I like that because if your clients don't use their free withdrawal 1 year, that 10% rolls into the next year. You got 20% that second year free withdrawals. Then the third year, if you don't use it, you got 30%, 40, then 50. So really a nice combination. Your client has great liquidity. It's based on the accumulation value. And if you don't utilize it 1 year, it is available the next year. So great combination on that cumulative withdrawal. The 60% policy loans is for non-qualified products only. It's available 30 days after you issue the policy. It's based on the accumulation value, and you must have all of your money in the fixed account in order to take the policy loan. And there is about a 4% net cost on that, so do keep that in mind. The medical stay waiver is available up to age 75 on issue. 90 days consecutively in a facility. Your client can take out 75% of their value of their policy. So great combination there. Terminal illness is 100% liquidity. It's 12 months diagnosis to live. You got full account cash out, full account available at death. So there's no strings attached at death. The beneficiary can take the full amount out, including interest earned. The accidental death benefit, it's a classic double indemnity. It's available to age 75. There's no charge for that benefit. Really a nice feature this plan has. So it's going to double the value of your client's policy based on, an accidental death situation occurring. Again, the Ultra Classic, very strong plan. It's got a 10% commission up to age 75. You've got the cumulative withdrawals. It's got the policy loan. It's got the medical stay, the terminal illness, a lot of good features there. You do a 5x5 annuitization on this plan. So you keep the policy for 5 years, and then you can annuitize it for 10 years. So really a nice combination there. If you want to get some additional paperwork on National Western Life, I'd be glad to get that over to you. I can get that emailed over to you. I can get it mailed. It just depends on how you want it. You can get signed up on the paperless contracting. And of course, National Western Life does offer a number of fixed rate annuities. They've got a couple different indexed plans. They also have a single premium life product that's very competitive. I know that we've seen a lot more production on the single premium life this last couple of years. Really a nice program to go with. And National Western Life is out of Austin, Texas. They offer a great combination of life policies, annuity policies. So if it's something you want to take a look at and getting licensed with, I'd be glad to set you up with the licensing necessary. Get you started, get you out the gates fast, and really a nice program to take advantage of. So if that's something you want to take a look at, just go ahead and mark yes on the program I just launched out on that questionnaire. We'll be glad to get you set up on that and get you going with National Western Life. It's going to take about 2 weeks to get up and running with the carrier. I mean, doing the background checks, getting the proper stuff sent through the channels always takes a little bit longer than expected. So it's about a 2-week process. So that's something you have interest in. Just check off yes. I'd be glad to get you set up with National Western Life. A great carrier. I know they've been in the business for a number of years. They've got excellent underwriting process. They get cases through quickly. You're not going to see the big delays you've been seeing with some of these other carriers. They got a great suitability department. They work with you on suitability issues. Really a nice program to take advantage of. So that's something you have interest in. I got about another 20 seconds here to leave this poll open. We'll be glad to get you set up with National Western Life. You can attend one of our meetings once you submit a piece of business with one of our companies, and then you can plan on being at one of our meetings. And then that way you can pick up some great sales ideas and everything else can be taken care of for you. Go ahead and close that program up there. National Western Life, of course, they do allow partial 1035s. It's a really nice benefit they're offering right now. That means your client can move a portion of their policy out. They're not going to get a 1099 from National Western Life since it is a partial 1035. On that Ultra Classic, you can build up to that 50% free withdrawal. Then you can move half your money to a different carrier. No questions asked. Really a nice program there based on that situation. National Western Life, the fixed rate currently is at 3.1. It's not at 2.8, it's at 3.1. It's a 13-year contract. There's no MVA on it. It's got good caps. It's got a good liquidity features. You got the full account at death. Really a great combination right now. Income riders, of course, you really have to be aware of what you're looking at on some of these riders. You got to look at the roll-up rates. You got to look at the cost, the bonuses. Some of these values aren't worth a dime. There's no death benefit on most of these riders, so really the only thing you can take advantage of on these riders is the income it creates. Those are really the things you got to look at. So the key thing you got to look at is, of course, the strength of the company, the cost of the rider, the payment being generated. You're going to make sure you're getting the money for your investment. And of course, you want to be with a quality company that's got a really good product that you can take advantage of. So do make sure you're looking at the full picture when you do purchase these income riders. Income Outlook income rider with National Western Life. It's got a 3% roll-up rate. Cost is 1%. If there's no gain in your policy the previous year, you're not going to get charged for the income rider. They're one of the very few companies that has that feature. You got very competitive payouts. They have not lowered their payouts based on some of the lower interest rates. And with the interest rates starting to come back up, they're even becoming more and more competitive. So if you'd like to get an income rider illustration, we'd be glad to get that done for you. It's a very easy illustration to take a look at. You basically look at the amount of money being invested by your client. You look at the age of your client, the delay on the payment. It's going to show you what the payments are going to be along the way. And then you can lock in your payment anywhere along the way. The payment percentage on the Income Outlook does go up by 10 basis points per year on deferral. So you're not looking at a 5-year window where you have to wait 5 years for it to go up again. This thing goes up every year. So really a nice combination on that. The Income Outlook Plus 5 has a 5% premium bonus addition. It goes into both your accumulation account and your income account. So if you add the Income Outlook Plus 5 onto the Ultra Future contract, you can get a total of 14% bonus on that. Goes on both sides. You've got a nice roll up there at 4% compounded. And it's going to cost 1.5%, so the fee is a little bit higher than some companies, but it does come with that additional bonus, and you got some really nice payouts with that situation there. It's also available for if you want to get a print on that. We've been glad to get that done for you and show you kind of the features of that contract. If you look at National Western Life right now, they've got some great liquidity options with that cumulative interest withdrawals on the Ultra Classic. You got some great features based on monthly cap strategies, annual point to points. You got a participation rate with no caps. Really some nice features there. They've got some really good software you can take advantage of to show the income riders and be able to take a look at different features based on that. Again, I like to keep this down to about 25 minutes or so on the presentation itself. If you do have any questions on anything that we did discuss today, we are going to be recording this, so we'll be available to you on a replay. It's available via YouTube. I know we've seen a lot of companies raising rates the last couple of weeks. Athene just introduced a really strong MYG contract, just came out yesterday. It's a flexible premium. You can add money into it anytime you'd like. Does not add on the back end, so if you get into a 5-year contract, your client can put money in anytime during the 5 years. It will not lengthen the surrender charge period. It's a really nice feature. They also introduced a new accumulation indexed annuity called the Accumulator. It's got cap rates up into the 5s. We have a 5 3/4 cap on one strategy. You got some great monthly caps, about 2.2. So we're starting to see these rates go up as the federal government starts raising rates on their side. So really a nice combination. This is the first time in probably 5 years we've seen decent increases in cap rates, decent increases in fixed rates. So I think 2017 is going to be a good year for interest rates. I think we're going to start seeing more rate hikes and see some additional cap rate increases. So definitely good for the investor that wants to invest money and make money based on higher rates. So anything you have questions on, I'll be calling everyone after the webinar this morning. Probably call you this afternoon or tomorrow. We'll be discussing anything you want to talk about regarding the plans themselves. If you want me to email you some contracts over and get that done. If you have interest in coming out to one of our Annuity Academies, we can get you information on that. But really a nice company to represent. I know we've always had good luck with National Western Life. They've got great service. They got a really nice home office there in Austin, Texas. and they're really in for the long run. So if you want to get a client with National Western Life, they're definitely going to be in there for the duration. Great lifetime income benefits and really nice features they offer with those contracts. Other than that, everyone have a great week. Enjoy your nicer temperatures. I know we're going to be close to 50 here in Omaha today. A little reprieve from where we've been the last few days. Get some of this ice melted, but otherwise, everyone have a great week. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll look forward to doing some business with you on the National Western Life side of the business. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.